1時間くらい早くやれたらだいぶ変わるんだろうが、もちろんね、仕事なくしてゲームはできんからな。これで金を稼げるならまだしも。ただ俺にはそんな実力がない。続行でいきましょう。いきまふ続行でいきまふいきまふいきまふ。よし、今日はもう目元パッチリ。今日でクリアしよう。今日でこのゲームをクリアする。こんなにミッションあんの？あ、違う、サイドクエストじゃねえな。サイドは無視。マジメインだけやってくる。っていう話をしてたんだけど、そういう問題ではなかったかもしれない。サイドクエストなんかやんなきゃいけなかったんだっけ。あれこれさよし。メインミッション。こいつをやるんだけど、って話だったよね。こいつやるんだけど、なんか、あれだよね。あ、やべ。何をやったか忘れちゃった。ちょっと待って。あれ、何の道なんだっけ？くっそほど忘れた。これをやるんだけど、これをやるためにサイドクエストやんなきゃいけないみたいな感じじゃなかったっけ？確かそんな気がしたんだよ。なんで俺。こういうのはいいわ。これもやんなくていいな。これもいらんでしょ。ここら辺だな。ここら辺多分やんなきゃいけないんだ。これも確かやんなきゃいけない。奇妙な動画ね。リスト。これ多分やんなきゃいけないんだよな。これなんでこれ。忘れちゃった。あれ待って。これをやるんだけど、サイドクエストやんなきゃいけないんだな。いや、なんかめんどくせえからさ、こっちからやるか。コンスタンティン。まあやめましょうね。いくつやろう。待って。これ多分やるでしょ。 これはいらない。これじゃないね。これも違う。あれどれやんだっけ。剣名ヒクメットに送る。これ多分やんなきゃいけないよね。あれもう一個なかったっけ。ヒクメンなんちゃらかんちゃらみたいな。ケンバル。あ、これだ。ウルランの発提案をヒクメットに送る。これだね。これだ。これだよな。え
Father, I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
昨日ちょっと眠い状態で言ってたからな。
Tell me about how you created this village. We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Big Snake, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias, and everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
ここら辺聞かなくていいのか。
I must leave you. May the enlightened always keep you.
なんで俺はここに来たんだっけ。いやー忘れた。今ガチで忘れた。なんだっけこれ。メインクエストをやるためにサイドクエストをやんなきゃいけないみたいな感じだよ。確かこのミッションって。確かそんな感じじゃなかったっけな。ダメ、めんどくせえ。さっきコンスタンティンやった方がいいかもしれない。コンスタンティンからやろう。コンスタンティンからやるから、ここか。マガスメールに入った。俺なんでここに来たんだっけ。ルナティウス。やばい、本当に何をやってたか忘れてしまったな。ルナティウス神父。これの2つは関係ない。あ、これを1個やったんだ。あ、エデンの歴史を調べりゃいいのか。エデンの歴史を調べるには、なんでこんなんだっけ。なんで忘れちまったよ。尋ねる。あれこれもう引いたもんな。それでいいや。こうかな。くそめんどくせえ。手間取ってらんねえんだよな。エデンの歴史。 こいつか。このババアに嫌いよ。あ、こいつか。
I'm busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
シスターユージニア。誰じゃんそいつは。
Do you have any ideas about who stole the tablets?
Some of the village savages helped us during the search. Perhaps they know who it was. There was a particular woman who seemed to want us to be her. I don't remember that name now.
名前が思い出せません。こいつはあ、こいつか。上司。
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stay.
原住民は到着してるの？到着聞こえない？原住民は
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Order Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedluk, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of St. Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful. I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on St. Matthias is conducted.
Who do you suspect of being the thief?
Yes. I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedluk may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Matthias later, but first we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack, but some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I'm the one who should be thanking you, especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
Thank you. I will let you work.
またなんか増えたな。めんどくせえ。なんでこんな増える？エデンの歴史を調べる。エデンの歴史を調べるこっちか。メインだけやるつもりがメインだけを進めないという。なぜそうなったの？ いいじゃねえかよ。あそこだ。すまずま。エデンの歴史を調べたい。解毒剤？キンクル。キンクル。よし。
Hello. I am the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello, Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onolmenawi among the Logaic Brown. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Sim.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Talemi and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the night and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours, and we had new neighbors.
セレブが来たことについて尋ねるはこれで終わりか。寒い。明日からまた急激に寒くなるんだっけ。確かに20度を切るはず。うっしょ、寒いね。しまった。あ、やばいやばい。
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their God, they leave us alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
石板の脇についてた。
One of the theologians told me that you would help them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
戦士に何が起こったことですね。
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Gertrude, the chief of Veglund, for her help. So, the priests called this soul the burning suns, and they killed many of them. We asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Veglund. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. We mourn those who died, of course. And we forced it. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaissance to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men. Perhaps wiser than they are.
離れる。
I have to go.
Like so many of.
これであとどこでヘデンの歴史 あ、全部聞かなきゃいけないのかな、あれ。もしかして、そういうこと？そういうこと？出ちゃったぞ。見した。エデンの村でしょ。エデンの村に来ました。全部聞けってことなんじゃん。
Fine. Why share this village with the natives? To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
寒いな。でもあったかくしすぎたら本当に眠くなるんだよな。寒いんだよな。今日明日で終わらすことができるんだろうか。
How well do you get along with the natives who live here? Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left. Left? To go where? Well, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent the missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Bedrock, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There's something strange here.
It often takes time for the people of the continent to get used to our paradise. I am sure you will come to appreciate it.
That's true.
I must leave. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
全部聞かなきゃいけないのか。なるほどな。そういうこと。そういうことか。
Greetings, Desade. I'm handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm rather hurt. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that theft? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet. And then the morning after, we saw them gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed, and the lock was intact.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we can make out of it.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
But since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand in our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish, but you won't find anything there. And why does it matter anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need, and that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tension with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some heathen natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Tulane, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. I must bring the light to this island.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about sacred hills, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors and the marked, the ones the natives call the Anomanali. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work, if you don't mind.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. Goodbye. I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
It was predictable. These priests feed off myths all day long. They are completely disconnected from reality. Even though it seems to me that some of them have a far more factual and political outlook on things.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This Virgil must have fallen asleep on duty, and the thieves must have taken the key from him without him even noticing. Unlike the others, he does not think that those relics have any value.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
Our thieves fled, but you're right. Our accomplice must still be here.
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
Okay, come on. Con mata kuchon. Oh. こっちでいいんだよな。さっき降りれたもん。よし。
You have returned to honor Manawi. Do you need something else?
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really? I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be wrong, but you may also be wrong.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
Oh, I do not think they will help us. They want peace too, and violence would break it all.
Since you do not want to talk, I will have to tell the Mother Cardinal to send the Ordo Luminous. The Inquisitors will make you confess the name of the person who helped the exiles.
I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindra. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
話が多すぎね。
I have no intention of hurting
眠くな
her,
ってきたよ。
but things may not be so simple when it comes to her son. I have to go.
Like so many others.
話が多すぎるよ。そう言ってやんないか。
Greetings. Are you Vindra?
Third tier to mud. Yes, that is me. What you want?
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
Tell me where the exiles are. I must retrieve these tablets.
You're asking me to betray my son. Promise me that you won't hurt him.
I promise. But if he reacts violently, I'll have to defend myself.
Then I will hurt him. Bran and the others are hiding in the woods, beyond the circle of stone.
Thank you, Vindra.
で、そっからトラブルできるよな。
I'm sorry, I don't have time to talk.
ストーリーが全く進んでない。眠い。やっぱり眠いんだよな。 300ぐらい。ギャップが出てしまった。全く分からん。こっちか。うん。で、うん。びっくりマークもできてる。あ、タブレット回収する。いって。どこなんだ。全然わからない。うん。湿気。 ちょい待ち。さて、どうしたの？あれ、どこ行った？分かった。またやばい、入ったはず。どうなってんだよ。邪魔。それもなんか邪魔。本当に邪魔。どうなってんだよ。ちょっとこっから出たいんだけど。出ました。どこ行ってんの？記憶がなかったよ。 だこれ。でも何なのここ。ダメだ。なんで俺こんなところに入ってしまったんだ。していいの？よし。で、こっち。遠いな。地図もちゃんと見えてない。変な道を行ってきてばっかしてる。ガチで眠くなってきた。やばい。全然ダメだ。本当わかんない。ダメだ。眠くて頭が冴えない。 タン間違っちゃう。ああ、なんかもう集中できてない。終わんねえよこれ。全然終わんねえわ。どうしよう。Maybe難しい。 全然ダメ。これさ、ここか？わかりにくい。
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In that case, we should avoid taking the left path. If I remember correctly what that woman said, it's booby-trapped.
Do it! What are you doing here? I'm not here to fight you, but I must retrieve the tablets of Saint Matthias.
What? How do you know we have them? And how? Not Freddy. We will not give them back. We lost our homes and families, so the priests lose their sacred stones.
I know that you are seeking vengeance, but the priests will not be the only ones to suffer the consequences of your actions. Your mother helped you, and once they find out about it, she will pay the price in your place. Is that what you want?
No. She only told us which night we could come. They have no right to punish her for this.
I doubt the Ordo Luminous will care. They will need someone to take the blame, and she's the obvious choice.
Very well. Take the stones and leave. All that's left to do is to rejoin the Donea Extrica.
許しをこうと。
What are you doing?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
Don't worry, all is well. I managed to convince him to give me the tablets.
Adler had died. I did not believe my son to be so reasonable. You are giving me hope. I will go see him and tell him to find a place to welcome him.
Move on.で、こっちか。眠い。また落ちた。よし。いやー、眠い。
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence, honestly. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the priceless treasures that you find.
In any case, you would do well to keep a better watch on your discoveries in the future. You should also pay more attention to those who share this village with you. This theft would never have happened had you truly been in harmony with the natives.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally.
Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Mm. メール。あー、ダメだ。きついわ、やっぱ。眠すぎる。じゃあ、終わります。お疲れ様です。